We've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Hester to return from his end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. Rodgers going to the air to start things out. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a give. Here's Peyton running left. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On play action, Rodgers. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Rodgers now to throw. Over the middle, catch made by Driver. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Cutler back into his end zone. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And into the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for six? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
Hester to return from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys,
it's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a give, running left, it's Sayers. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Throwing here, Cutler. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. And caught. Right side. Green. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Crosby is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Chicago.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On second down, they'll run it here. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Got his man. It's driver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Slant to Adams. Past the 20. And it's a Packers touchdown. Davante Adams with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7.
The Bears take over the first down at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Cutler. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Now a handoff inside. It's Peyton. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Brings up second and 8.
Now a give. It's Peyton. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Kenny Clark in on the stop. A loss of 2. Brings up third and 10.
On third down, Cutler. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
A 37-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on second down. Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. A throw left side here, taken in by Driver. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So good coverage here defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. On the give, here comes Peyton. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Cutler will throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Cutler looking to throw. He's going to go up top again. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now a handoff running through the middle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Peyton up the middle. Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. Standing just outside his own goal. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. Now Cutler. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Cutler now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Cutler. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day. And I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
119 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Right back to him on 1st down. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
We've seen this before, haven't we? Because
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Packers add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Hester to return from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the former Bear, Adrian Amos.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber kicked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And he's got it. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Rodgers going to try and run.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Hey, you block over here.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got his man Sharp complete. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers throwing here. And this one too low.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Buying. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their...
And now here's another interception.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And now, well, boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay, now a handoff looking right.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Rodgers looking to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Packers, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.